Hey, what's going on, man? This is Will Z Tidwell with SpeakUPZee, and you are now tuned into another episode of SpeakUPZee, the podcast. Man, the podcast where we talk about real things with real people. Everything from life to business to mental health and everything in between. And as you can see, man, I got a very special guest with me here today, man. I'm a part of our Neighborhood Hero segment where I kind of step off the camera. It's not about me, man. Y'all hear me enough, man, but I like to bring on people that are in their journey of entrepreneurship, of business, and of life. You feel me? And they come on and they just share their story, man. They talk about their journey and they just inspire the ones that are coming up behind us, man. And that's what it's all about. And so I got a very special guest, my guy, Chad. What up, baby?
What's going on,
How
brother?
you
You doing
doing,
good?
Chilling, man. How you doing,
Good,
man?
man. Good
to see you, baby.
Just trying to make sure we, got the mic all
We
comfortable
ready.
and stuff.
We ready, bro. We ready. Just when you get into it, don't be smacking yourself because I be doing that and be ruffling. So we just got to, but yeah, man, we're going to have a great conversation, man.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? But for the people that don't know you, for the even though you've built an amazing brand, man, in the food industry, just tell the people a little bit about who you are, what you do, and how long you've been in the game.
Well, my name is Chad Mackey. Pretty much I've been in the cooking game since 2015. Pretty much been doing this since I was a little kid. I had to learn how to cook when I was younger because my parents sometimes was going out of town doing business trips and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So most of the time I would be at the house with my siblings and cooking for them and their friends.
As a baby, you was cooking for the oldest?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Really?
I was like 6 or 7 years old cooking.
Really?
Yes.
Usually it's the older sister or brother, or, what I'm saying, sibling that's doing all the cooking and taking care of us. You was looking out for your older brother.
So my older sister was gone already. She already moved out the house because she was older. And then it was me and my middle brother, my older brother.
Really?
Yeah.
And you was holding it down like
holding it down for him and his friends.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Was the food good?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was doing it. Wasn't like your bologna sandwiches.
Right.
It'd be like fried pork chops, smothered fried chicken, stuff like that.
At 8, 9 years old.
8, 9 years old.
Stop it.
Dead serious.
Talk about that though. Talk about the journey a little bit. Like, what was that defining moment for you when you was like, I got something? Right? Like, do you remember that moment as a kid in your childhood where somebody maybe poured into you and made that something that you were interested in, was something you just kind of picked up one day and just knew you had a gift with cooking? Like, what was it?
So when that really happened to me, I said, oh man, I got a gift. Yeah. Just like really when I got older. Yeah. Like after college life. Yeah. I always loved cooking. I love hearing people, response to it. I always love watching cooking shows, seeing what they do. My favorite TV show was Great Chefs. I don't even know if it still come on.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But yeah, Great Chefs was on Discovery Channel. I remember like it was yesterday. They'll show your appetizer, your meal, main entree, and then a dessert. And so I was always fascinated with the art of people putting food together and stuff like that. And so I always thought that I wanted to be something like that, really, in that sort, but not really because I always wanted to be a football player. So I thought that was my. So you was torn between the two.
Yeah. What was that moment when you was like, all right, that main dream is not my dream anymore, and you fully decided to go all in on this? Was it 2015 or was it before that?
No, it was like later on. Like it happened recently, like whenever COVID happened.
Really?
Yeah. So basically, my whole transition of everything is I was a college football player. Played college and football, tore my ACL my sophomore redshirt year. Called football done because I'm one of them like, hey, listen, I tore my leg. I'm not finna
not finna go to rehab.
I did rehab, but I didn't do it for
that reason. To come back.
Yeah,
I got you.
And so I pretty much started doing a coaching career then. Like I was like, okay, I can still be around football, so I started coaching in college as a student still, and then went to UCA as as a grad student coach. And done that, which was pretty fun. And all this time in between that, I'm just still cooking for fun. Just cooking at the house whenever
just a hobby.
Yeah, just any type of Uncle Joe type thing going on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Threw some ribs on the grill, whatever. I'm going to a birthday party. Oh yeah, y'all need. Oh man, Chad can cook. Let him cook over there. So doing stuff like that, but nothing paid for. Yeah. Just for fun. Yeah. And then I got a job at Arkansas Heart Hospital. I was in Medfield, and then I started going back to school for being a nurse, was a physical assistant. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna be a PA. I'm gonna go do that. Man, I went to school for that, and pretty much nothing was really working out while I'm still doing this cooking and stuff on the side. So one day I took food up to the hospital just for some leftovers. Yeah,
just being nice.
Yeah, and let people try it, and it was like, man, these ribs fire, bro. You need to, need to cook these. And I'm like, y'all just toot my horn, bro. I heard that plenty of times. Like I heard people say my food is good, And they was like, no, like you really need to sell this. And I'm like, I ain't never thought about this. Like, you really need to think about this.
Yeah.
And so it took one guy in the cath lab, which is where I worked. He asked, "Is like, hey, can you come to my house and cook for some of my friends of mine? And some doctors coming over. I need you to do some sides and stuff like that." And I was like, "Yeah, I'll go ahead and throw down. Yeah, I'll do that. No problem." So I showed up that Saturday, cooked for him and his family and friends. Bro, he paid me, and I'm like, "What's this for?"
Was that your first pay?
It was my first
Wow.
gig. I wouldn't even say a gig because I didn't
Wow.
expect it. He was like, "No, this is what you get," and I was
Yeah.
like, "Bro, I'm doing this for fun."
Yeah. Like,
and he was like, "No, take this."
Yeah.
And so he kept coming to me after and after that, and he started sending people, and it started slowly turning into a business. So
100%.
that's whenever that started hitting, the moment. And I'm trying to get to your question because it's really a long
No, you
story.
fine. You good.
And so that started hitting, and then people was like, "Yo, hey, I need you to do a wedding. You do my wedding." I did my first wedding in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
I used to do barbecue competitions before that. When this all first started, I started doing barbecue competitions. Came in like a couple of sixth place, second place, first place here and there. Hit and miss in the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
And then I realized that I was wasting money just doing that. It was just more publicity there. You know what I'm saying?
Anything.
Yeah.
I need some paper.
So that's when the caterings really started picking up, and I started doing weddings. I did my first wedding 2017, and I ain't looked back since, bro.
Wow.
And I've been doing that while maintaining my job at the same time.
Yeah.
So it was like a side gig, like a side hustle at the time.
Yeah.
And pretty much that happened.
When you were working, still building this brand now, which is one of the better brands in our state, right?
Mm-hmm.
Doing really, really well. There's some people that started way before you.
Right.
But what was that? Because a lot of people talk about the success, and they talk about how you got these contracts now doing, you feeding thousands of people, right? And it's great, and it's cool. But talk about the other side of that real quick. What was that defining moment of that journey that you really struggled with when it came to building this brand? Because then you get fired.
No,
that really pushed you out to really go and do this.
So that was the struggle. My struggle was actually letting go of my daily job.
Yeah,
I'm the last.
What kept you holding on to that for so long?
Corporate, like just stability.
Yeah,
never knowing what my full potential is. Like not knowing what I really can do out there. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Not believing in myself.
Were you afraid?
I was afraid. I was afraid to jump.
Yeah.
And I read the Steve Harvey book, Just Jump. You know what I'm saying? I did everything that I felt like I needed to do. And like it never transpired in my head until COVID happened, and
you had no choice.
I had no choice. Yeah.
How did that transition from your job end up actually happening though? Like what actually happened in that scenario?
So what happened was at that time I was working on the food truck. I was like the utility man at the hospital. So everybody loved me, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't, no malicious person and like that. They didn't want to get rid of me. Matter of fact, my boss, kind of teared up and everything. But pretty much when I got let go, it was just unexpected because COVID and the food truck had stopped going out. So therefore, there was no point in me going out no more. And then they had a lot of people already working in the kitchen at the hospital. And plus, you wouldn't want to pay me that much money, paying me that much money for being in the kitchen. They was paying me more than the normal cook or whatever. But so they was like, "Man, we're gonna furlough you." And then like the next week after that, the furlough, they was like, "We're just gonna end up letting you go." And I was like,
Wow.
So then my mentality the next week was like, okay, let's hustle these meal preps.
Yep.
Let's go make these plates for people and drop them off at their houses. It's COVID, they can't get out the house. I don't care. I'm gonna go to the grocery store. What?
Yeah.
Bro, I was hustling the next week. I'm talking about, I remember like it was yesterday, bro.
Yeah.
I had my nephew with me. I had a guy that used to work with me on Heart Hospital whenever he get off work. Like I was literally driving to Conway, Benton, Bryant, Sherwood, Jacksonville, like dropping off plates at people's front doors.
Yeah.
Like it was I ain't never seen myself hustle like that. But it was just something that clicked in me like, I can do this.
Yeah, I can do it.
And so I think that was the moment when I realized I got this.
Yeah. You know what, man? I got a friend, man. Man, I remember like it was yesterday, bro. He was going through it at this point of his life, bro. He was he was like his marriage was on the brinks.
Yeah.
He was working like, dead end jobs he hated, right? I think he was working at like Target at the time, you feel me? Like a cashier. And he had this vision of what he wanted to do with his life.
Right.
But he never, like you said, he was afraid. Yeah. I need stability. I need something safe. I need to know a check coming every 2 weeks. Yeah. Not that I got to go hustle a check.
Right.
He don't want to have to do that.
Right.
until they fired him.
Yeah.
And they fired him for something so petty, bro. It was like
Yeah.
something that you should have got like a slap on the wrist for. It shouldn't have
Right.
been nothing to get fired about.
Right.
And he was just talking to me, bro. He was damn near in tears when we was talking that night. And I remember like it was yesterday. And I was like, man, I hate to say this. I hate to be that person. I said, but you know why that happened, right? I said, bro, you got a vision, bro. You've been talking about doing this forever.
That's real.
And he been putting this on your heart to do for so long. And he had to make you uncomfortable and push you away from that because you was never gonna do it.
That's a fact. I wouldn't.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And now he the CEO of one of the top nonprofits in the country.
Yeah.
But he would have never went into what he really wanted to do with his life if he would have kept on being safe and doing what made him feel good. So for you, bro, in that particular
Is that brother
day,
Long?
yes, sir.
Yeah.
How did you know that? That's my dog.
That's my boy.
That's my dog, man. And I'm so happy for him now, man. He's
Shout out to
thriving,
Fred, by the
bro.
way.
Shout out to that guy, man. Like he's thriving now. You know what I'm saying?
A5 all day, baby.
Come on, here y'all go. Don't start. But talk about this though, bro.
Yes, sir.
From going to, like you said, hustling meal prep, going door to door, doing your thing in the middle of the pandemic, to now building one of these top brands, being a father, right? Having a relationship, right? And then also being a father to her kids as well, right? Those are your kids now.
Right.
How do you balance all that? How do you still make sure that despite all the hats you wear, you still have time for Chad? Because it happened quick. I ain't gonna say it happened overnight, but it happened fast.
It kind of did, man.
You feel me? Like you built a brand, a successful brand that some people take years to do. You know what I'm saying? Like you really built it.
It did. I and that's the thing, bro. Like, Will, I'm way ahead of my 5-year planning.
100%.
I'm 3 years ahead right now.
Yeah. Like, how do you not lose yourself in all that every day?
I don't know, man. I mean, God, bro. Honestly, like, just to keep it honest, like him on my side and staying fruitful to him and make sure I pay my tithes and everything. That's pretty much the only reason I feel like, you know, because even, bro, it's times like right now, like sometimes I'll be like, man, what I'm gonna do? I gotta figure this out. I got, you know, this over here, this over there.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, boop, boop, boop.
Wow. It just kind of fall in place for you.
Every single time. And I'm like, this wouldn't happen when I was at our heart hospital. This wouldn't happen to me trying to be a firefighter. This wouldn't happen if I was a physician assistant. You know what I'm saying? Like literally 4 phone 5 calls come through.
Yeah.
Hey man, I need you to do this. Hey, I need you to come to Oklahoma. Yeah. Hey, I need what?
Every time you start thinking and overthinking and worrying, it always seems to happen.
Well, I'm now telling people in Broken Bow, hey, I'm booked. I'm telling somebody today that wanted me on the 21st to come down to Oklahoma for 2 days for their family, the girls trip. And I'm like, yeah, I can't do it because I'm gonna be a UAPB homecoming. I'm doing
something for the event for them.
2 days.
Listen, man, it's a good problem to have.
It is a good problem.
It's a good problem to have.
I need to find me some chefs out there though.
For sure. Now we're talking expansion.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. To my scaling now.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We're gonna get to that part for sure because I want to know more about that. But like, on more so for us as business owners, Black men, right, doing what we do every single day. Can you think of a time where maybe doing the work you do and having so many roles you have, where it kind of like took a toll on you? Can you think of an instance of like when you really just had to like slow down and focus on you?
Yeah.
Can you share one of those memories and like talk about how hard it is, bro?
Well, okay. Going through my divorce
was
really hard. Because I wasn't really being supported in a relationship at that time. But I maintained my fruitfulness and stuff to the Lord.
Real fast, I'm sorry. Before you get into that, talk about that real quick.
What's that?
That ain't talked about enough.
What's that?
How us as Black men, we're expected to support, provide, protect, and which we're gonna do without a doubt, unapologetically.
Right.
What exactly made you feel like you weren't being supported, or that you wish you would have had more of? Right, we're not bashing anybody. We're just speaking our truth.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
So pretty much like basically, man, when I was doing pop-ups, these events and stuff where people were coming out, friends, day one since A1, A1 since day one, like all them people, they would come to my pop-ups and support and buy food from me. They'll tell their friends, pop-ups jumping. You know, it's just the spread the word.
Absolutely.
But not one retweet, not one like, not one nothing, no support, you know what I mean? No repost.
Absolutely.
Not one of those, not you show up to the event with my daughter, like none of that.
Wow.
And it took me, filing for divorce to literally get that, and it was too late at that time.
And at that point, and that's what people don't understand. Us as men, we're so simple.
Yeah.
We don't ask for a lot.
We don't.
No, I don't really need you to pay for nothing for me, buy me nothing.
Right.
I just need you to help me.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because if you don't understand, the more you can help me, the more I can.
And that's so I take that as a coaching term. Like that's why I be trying to, coach, teach my lady, coach my lady, teach my lady is there's two different type of people on the field.
Mm.
You got your fullback who's in the trenches, gonna block for you, or you got your cheerleader who's gonna rah from the sideline. If you find out one of them, it don't matter which one you are.
Just be one.
Just be one.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Hands off.
Absolutely.
Hands on.
Yep.
That's all it is.
Yep.
You can choose one. I'm still gonna support you.
100%.
So.
And then talk about that whole side. I read something the other day, bro. It was so good. It says for a man, when we tap out emotionally, like when we tap out, like you said, like at that point it was too late.
Yeah.
Because I'm out of it mentally now.
And that's the thing, us men, bro. It take a long time for us
to we give it a lot of tries, a lot of chances.
I was okay. I started going through changes probably, bro. She left the house probably 3 times. I started like since 2018, and I didn't call quits to 2020. 2 years.
We tried and tried.
Yep. Went to legal counseling.
Yep.
She didn't agree with that because they were people that was faith based. And then never try to set up regular counseling for people that, that's just so what's the point?
So what are we doing?
Yeah.
Wow. And what was that? And now how do you ensure, like in your current relationship, like that we are giving that support to one another? Like, is it just conversation? Is it being on the same page? Like, how do you ensure, like, you know what, I don't want the same thing to happen, so I'm going to be more transparent and open going forward, so this is what I need help with, and hope that you can help me.
So we communicate. Communication is the key.
100%.
So basically what we do is we communicate each other, and yes, we still, have issues and things.
Absolutely.
But
everybody does.
Both of us are in the best part of our lives to where we can open up and say, hey, this was wrong.
Yeah.
This is where we need to get back to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we both know both of our flaws, and so we still working.
100%.
Still working.
100%. And again, you know what, bro? I was gonna go a whole different direction, but you going this way, so I'm gonna go with you. You know what I'm saying? I think one of the hardest things for us as men, because we can be prideful individuals.
Yeah.
Right?
Definitely.
And after you went through what you went through, and I'm sure that hurt you.
Yeah.
Having to do that divorce and having to, not be in the same roof as your baby no more. Like I know that probably hurt.
Right.
Talk about that journey to allow yourself to open up again, to love somebody else after going through that type of hurt. Talk about that. How hard was that for you? Or like, what was that like?
It was a big learning curve, man, because you go from having your child in the house and knowing how you moved around.
Absolutely,
like
you got a routine,
right? Routine. You know what you do. You know your role. To all of a sudden single role, and you like, man, I'm out here. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden back to in relationship role, and got to deal with new aunts coming, meaning like dealing with her kids, how she handles them and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
That was a big learning curve.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because she treats her kids different from the way I treat my kids. So
absolutely.
Not that it's wrong with the way she treats
right. Just has her parenting style.
It's just different parenting style, and I had to adapt and adjust to that. That was a big curve.
Yeah, but more for you see, you're trying to avoid the question. More so, you as a man, talk about you being open up to trying to love again after you had went through that. Like, were you hesitant? Because for me personally, after I had went through something like that where I didn't feel supported, I didn't feel like you had my back, it was very hard for me to open up to another person. It was very hard for me to like try to be in another relationship because in my mind I'm like, it's always gonna be like this.
Right.
So was that ever difficult for you to open up to Erica, to like, you know what I'm saying, to really trust her? Like, did it take a while?
It was really not that difficult.
Okay.
Because truthfully, I mean, I had friends and stuff tell me, hey man, you moving on too fast, you moving too fast, this, that. And I'm like, bro, I've been in this for 2 years. Like, I done already did my hurt.
I done really tapped out. I tapped out a long time ago. You feel me?
They were like, well,
I done been healed.
You need to, they're like, you need to work on yourself. And I'm like, what does it do? You want me to become this person that puts over a shell and then become this person that I'm, not supposed to be and 100%. Don't want to be, and the Lord is not looking at me like, yo, this ain't what I wanted you to do. Yeah. I didn't want you to be out here and be this player or this, you know what I'm saying?
So like, you never tried to become that. You never tried to.
That was early life, man.
You never tried to find healing through multiple women. You never tried to.
That was college life.
That was never you. Wow. You know what? And most men aren't mature enough to be able to do that. When we dealing with stuff we hurt, we try to find peace and validation and fulfillment through other people and through the things we do and the things we have. And I read a sermon yesterday. He said, man, you had all of that. You didn't indulge in all the success and all the women and all the sex, and you still ain't happy.
Right.
And that's what a lot of men try to do.
Right.
And so I commend you, bro, for that, because a lot of people don't have enough self-control to do that.
Right.
Something I struggle with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we searching for this happiness and this peace and things, and it doesn't even exist there.
Right.
And you wondering why you're not happy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But to pivot just a little bit, bro. Building a successful brand like you have, especially with your girl by your side, that's not an easy thing. Can you talk about along that journey a time where you just failed drastically? Like where as building this brand, it almost made you think about calling it quits. Like, have you had a moment like that yet?
Ooh.
That you were just like, you know what? Maybe I need to go back to the hospital. Like, have you had a moment like that?
I haven't, bro.
Really?
That's honest truth.
Wow.
Because I mean, everything has just been happening like like everything is going in order of what the Lord wants me to do. That I feel like I'm leading through Him.
100%.
So I haven't had a moment. I had some moments like, you know, dang, what I'm supposed to do next, but not like, man, I probably need to go back to corporate.
What do you do in those moments when you asking yourself, what do I do next? What do you do?
The hustling coming hard.
Yep.
Let's pick up the peas.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. I ain't waiting on it to come to me.
No, exactly. I go out there and get it. But that's when you'll see the promotion come in, meal prep or something, or you know, just bringing stuff back. But no, I really haven't. I had people help me all along the way. Been blessed to run into who I ran into and meet people that want to help me.
Absolutely.
Want to encourage the business and want to see Smackies do great.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, I'm just like everybody else out there that's trying to move along and grow a business. I mean, there's contracts that I didn't get, and there's contracts that I did get. So.
I'm so glad you said that. That's my next question, bro. Talk about that, because a lot of people listen to me and watch this show that are, you know, aspiring cooks, want to build a food brand, want to be in that same industry you in. Talk about, like, because now you starting, like, we was on the phone the other day, you know, not to put your business out there, but like you can where you know, securing, you know, large contracts,
right,
with big entities,
right.
Can you kind of give them the blueprint? You don't have to tell them exactly how you did it per se, but if you can, how can somebody go about building that long-term security in a brand where they know I got this contract coming in, where I know this, because that's what we all want, is stability in our brand.
Right.
We don't have to go out and keep hustling gig to gig. We want to know every time I wake up, I know we making this much money.
Right.
I know this contract gonna be there. Can you kind of give them a blueprint of how they can go about doing that in your respective industry?
Yeah.
How does that happen?
In my perspective industry, you basically want to create a brand.
Yep.
Establish yourself, set yourself different from everybody. Never compare yourself to somebody in state or anywhere. I mean, me myself, I got a homeboy out in Georgia that's a chef that does the same thing I do, but we always feed off each other.
Right.
I always communicate with him and see, hey, how did you handle this, or how would you handle this in a situation like that? Find you somebody you can always, that's in the same career as you, that you can basically follow up on, or somebody you can mentor you and stuff like that. 100%. I would definitely recommend that.
100%.
Two, there's always jobs around in the state, government, city, all that.
Yeah.
Go about seeing what you can do for your city, your chamber of commerce. Always holler at your chamber. I live in Maumelle, so Maumelle will be my chamber, but Little Rock and North Little Rock and Sherwood have all reached out to me, want to be a part of their chamber.
Yeah.
But I just haven't made that step yet.
Yeah. So once you join them, then are they like putting you directly in contact with opportunities?
They'll recommend you and stuff like that. But I'm the type of person, I'm all about me.
100%.
Like, so yeah, I see you got such and such over here, and you got them in this restaurant and this catering. But like, well, what are you gonna do for me?
Yeah.
That's what I'm.
Because you want me to pay you this bread.
I'm gonna pay you money. What you gonna do for me? Like,
100%.
How many gigs you gonna help me get? Because I can do that myself.
100%.
So that's between, if you want to come up with that stuff. But me, nah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's always stuff you can do for Pulaski County itself. Whether that's, you know, the cooking for the health department, or doing stuff for what's the highway
patrol,
highway patrol,
I know you're talking
all
about
that, construction workers, all that. So it's always something to do for the community and giving back. So definitely. And then school stuff too, man.
Absolutely.
Like after school programs.
Absolutely.
Definitely. That's easy, quick bread.
Absolutely.
So yeah, and then homeless and stuff like that. I've done stuff with some sheltered people and stuff too. So
and they actually like took care of you for doing that.
Yeah, definitely.
Really?
Definitely.
So basically what I'm hearing is if you can find basically what y'all know that, you know, number one rule of business, if you can go find where there's a need, right?
Yeah.
And you can find where, like, you know, these people gotta eat.
Right.
They gotta eat. The kids gotta eat.
Right.
This organization gotta eat.
Right.
These, you know, this team of people gotta eat. How can I navigate, and like, what's your number one tip when you're networking and when you're meeting new people? Like, what's the number one thing in your mind when you're trying to go out, just meeting new people so you can make sure your brand is in front of them? Like, what's one of the main things you're trying to do?
To be honest with you, us, African Americans, there's some people out there that do catering and stuff, and they're not legit. So that's what I would.
And when you say legit, what you mean?
Like all the stuff that they need, paperwork wise, taxes, all that stuff. So permits, all that. So that's what I would definitely recommend to the next person up under me. Like, make sure you legit.
They out here still hustling.
But you taking cash from people. If you want to get to the big corps, you gotta get your stuff. You gotta be legit.
100%. And ain't nothing wrong with starting out hustling because you started out there.
Correct.
But when you got to a certain level, I got to get this together.
Yeah.
100%.
Exactly.
100%.
Because I had a lawyer coming behind me.
Yep. So I need to tighten up. You hear me? They give me for everything I own. Nah, seriously, bro. That's a real conversation. But why do you think most people never want to, like, actually take the proper steps?
Either they haven't been taught or they don't know. I don't, and then some people just want to just the hustle. And it's sometimes, you know, you just trying to hustle keeps you from getting the hustle. Meaning, like, it's going to take you to get to long, you know what I'm saying, to get where you want to be. Like, man, like, if you actually do what you're supposed to do, you can be making more money than what you're making right there as a chump change.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But if you want to skip the steps and you want to do that, then, you know, you keep on just hustling.
Right.
100%.
Right.
And, man, for the people that couldn't really hear, but repeat that one more time, because this man is hell. And we'll edit this part out. So repeat that real quick for them.
So basically, what takes people, you know, hold people back from getting to where they want to be, to A to B, pretty much they need to learn to take that hit up front. Yeah. Like paying your dues, being legit, paying through state taxes, being legit through the state, having a real LLC, all the good work. Like I got my own tax person. Like I'm legit. Like I got a lawyer. Like everything, bro. Yep. I'm my own corporation.
Absolutely.
I'm a real walking corporation.
Everything.
Oh yeah, everything.
Wow.
So pretty much you gotta go legit. You have to be legit. And yeah, I started off hustling like for the first year or two, but once you get to the level, you got to
get some real paper.
Exactly.
So go on, pay the couple racks up front. Yeah, it's gonna hurt.
Permit only costs $35.
Right.
You legit. Now you can cook anywhere you want. Yep. Well, a real culinary kitchen, but yeah, as long as you got the 3-sink compartment or whatever, you know, wash dishes and all that kind of stuff, hot water, refrigerator, freezer, you can cook pretty much wherever that establishment is. I rent a kitchen off of West Markham right now, and I'm pretty much stationary at a commercial kitchen, a ghost kitchen is what they call it. But I'm legit. Yeah. I can go anywhere I want to with my food. Yeah. Because I got like the right support and, you know, systems and stuff of procedures that I need to be able to cook food.
100%. 100%, man. And I think that's something that so many people need to hear, because they say, I want to start a business and I want to do this and I want to do that. But you have no idea what all you got to invest in to make this happen.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And like you said, yeah, it is going to be, you're going to take a hit.
Yeah.
You're going to have to spend some paper.
Yeah.
To get everything in line. But it's gonna be so worth it.
But just get the basics, like get the business license and the permit first.
Just get that
That's
first.
a simple thing.
Absolutely.
You only spend probably $250 total overall with your LLC and the permit.
Yep.
And the business license.
Yep.
It's easy.
Yep. And as you continue to grow, then you continue to reinvest.
Right. And then also, if you don't want to do it yourself, pay somebody to do it. Yep. Somebody will do it for you. Like my CPA do stuff for me. Yeah, my CPA do everything for me pretty much. Yeah. I don't handle my payroll.
Yeah.
She do.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. Talk about that, bro, because I just did a whole episode about that last week about, like, we think we saving money when we don't delegate.
Right.
And when we don't ask for help in certain areas of our company, we try to do everything ourselves. You think you saving money, but in reality, you losing money
Yeah.
Because you trying to spread yourself so thin, you can't really give your all. So in your instance, if you were trying to do the payroll, you were trying to oversee your team, you was trying to set up all the events by yourself, trying to do the security boards that your girl do. Like you was trying to do everything you do.
Right.
That would take away from your cooking.
Exactly.
Your food might not be
and
as
the
good.
product wouldn't be as good.
Exactly.
And I wouldn't be able to hit the road and go to Oklahoma
Come on now.
and cater for people. I wouldn't be able to go on vacations and, you know, just everything. Like, nah.
We stretching ourselves too thin,
Right.
thinking we saving a couple of dollars. When in reality, you lose it, because if you do something and the quality not there, that person not calling you to come back.
Exactly.
And they're gonna spread the word about that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Talk about how important that is. Like just letting go of the reins of things and being able to ask for help in your business.
Listen, I used to be so stubborn with that.
Yeah.
Real talk. Like when I first started, back probably 2020, I used to pay people, you know, to help me, but I definitely tried to do as much as I can to keep from overhead being so high. But man, honestly, last year was the first time I hired my first employee, and now I'm at 6 employees, man. And it's the best thing ever.
Yep.
Like I'm literally, I don't have to do nothing.
I can wiggle my toes.
My money is making money for me. I love it. Yep. I love it. I literally don't even have to go in and do my contract, bro. Like my contract work no more. I literally have, you know, people that handle that.
100%, bro.
Just got to make sure the food is there.
Yeah, I just got to make sure it's there. I'm gonna still do my part, but like I don't have to do everything.
But eventually, I'm gonna have somebody that do the stock boy. And
absolutely.
And I ain't got to do that no more.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely, bro. Best thing ever happened to me, man, is when I ain't got to edit this show no more. Yeah. I don't got to do the graphics no more. I can just be the creative that I am. Yeah. I can just run it. Yeah. That's the best feeling in the world.
Man, I want everybody to get to that level though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
But it takes a certain level of humility.
Yeah.
Planning, right? Exactly. Budgeting. But a lot of people don't get that. Yeah. And you think you saving bread, but you're really hurting your brand. Right. You're not. Right. You're not doing what you think you're doing. Right. But pivoting from that real fast, like, you know, something that keep lingering in my head is what you said earlier about being the baby of the family. Yeah, you was the one cooking the meals, doing your thing for the family. Is there a favorite meal that to this day is like your go-to? Like if you just really gotta knock somebody's socks off, what's that meal you just gonna really?
Well, how long I got to cook?
You got man, listen here. I love to eat, so you got unlimited time.
I got limited, but I mean, I can cook different. Like if
go quick,
10 minute, 30 minute, or an hour.
Give me all of them. Give me one for each.
Okay, 10 minutes. I'm gonna knock out 10 minutes. I'm gonna knock out a nice steak with some asparagus, roasted potatoes, or I can go.
I knew I should have
pretty much candy carrots with like a mashed potato puree. Man, I could do it and then, you know, pipe it up real nice and everything. But I can do that in 10 minutes.
Lord.
Or
sit up.
30 minutes. What can I knock out in 30 minutes?
Yeah, what can you knock out? I ain't know you can do steak in 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, you can do steak in 10 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah. 30 minutes, man, I can knock out. What's a 30-minute dish that's pretty good? I can do, you know, something like fried fish and spaghetti. That's a fire dish. And, you know, it's gonna be gourmet. It's gonna be looking all fancy and stuff. That's easy. Or I could do a nice, good seared salmon with like a veggie melody. I love doing that. That's like with zucchini, grape tomatoes. Zucchini, grape tomatoes.
I'm coming to your house tonight, bro.
Oh yeah, that's a nice mixed dish. And then I like my favorite other Mediterranean dishes, basically like cilantro lime rice, with a grilled chicken breast seared and then thrown in the oven to finish off, and then do some nice like roasted potatoes with that.
Man, that sounds so delicious.
That's a nice dish I like doing, and then making my own tzatziki sauce from scratch.
Like the chutney sauce.
That's fine. No, tzatziki sauce. I do make my own.
I thought you were talking about the chutney sauce from tzatziki. Are you talking about? It's called a tzatziki sauce.
Yeah, with the cucumber.
Whoa.
Yeah,
that sounds good.
With Greek yogurt.
I know your family would be happy at the house.
Like, well, see, that's the thing. She would probably tell you, man, he don't cook at all. Like, when I get home, bro, I be tired. Like
it's the same way. I feel like I don't want to talk.
But it is days why I get into my bag. Like I'll come home and be like, hey, what you want? Right. And then I get in my bag and do stuff. Yeah. But the last one, the hour, man, it probably gonna be a little more. Let's just say the long dish. I would say it is my seared beef ribs, short ribs. What I do basically is braise it in some tomato paste sauce, garlic, and basically celery, carrots, all that, and then some red wine in the sauce. Let it marinate on top of the Dutch oven, and then
falling off the bone, ain't it?
Falling off the bone and
Oh
get done.
my God.
And then do it with some mashed potatoes, and then the rest of the carrots and stuff that was also slow cooked with it.
That sounds delicious.
That's probably my favorite dish to cook.
That sounds delicious, bro. Man. But you said something so big about like once we get home, we ain't trying to do that. It's the same thing. I talk all day. So when I get home, I ain't trying to talk on the phone. You think I'm gonna sit on the phone for 3 hours? I've been doing this all day long. I'm not gonna talk.
That's pretty much, man. I don't think people want to do their job at home.
Right, like, why would I want to do that?
If you was dating a nurse, I'm pretty sure the nurse come home. She don't want to come home and
patch nobody up.
Yeah, don't want to do that.
No,
like, don't want to answer no questions.
100%.
I've been seeing consent forms all day.
You feel me? You feel me? Like I don't want to do that. And I kind of go back to that making time for ourselves and making sure we have that balance. Like
definitely.
Like you can't get mad at me for that. I got to take some time for me, especially if you want me to show up as the best version of myself.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely. But speaking to that, like how you cook for your family and those are your favorite meals. You had a brother that's no longer with us, right? How old were you when he passed?
I was about 16.
Okay, you were still in high school.
Yeah.
Like junior year, maybe.
Yeah.
Did you ever get a chance to cook for him?
I did. Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, were y'all pretty close?
Younger. Huh?
Were y'all pretty close?
Oh yeah, that was my boy. Like when we was younger, we used to fight a lot because he was only 6 years older than me.
Right.
But when I got older, that was my boon coon.
Yeah.
Like he was he was letting me come with him whenever he moved back home. When he moved back home, it was lit. So he was always playing basketball on the road. He played for college, out of state, and then when he moved back home to finish up his senior year and went to UCA, it was lit.
Yeah,
because now that's big bro. I'm in high school. That's big bro. Like we
right there
out in the street. What's
up?
Right
there, absolutely. Can you talk about how he kind of shaped your journey? What part did you feel like he played, and maybe even losing him played in what you do today, who the man you are, the type of father you are? Do you feel like he played any type of pivotal role in any of those things?
I hear that a lot from my close cousin. He said that same thing to me, and it almost brought me to tears. But I do agree with my cousin on that. I do think Aaron's being passing away from me kind of made me have that go-getter in the career that I do now, and make me be the push hard for the way I am.
100%.
Definitely.
100%.
Definitely, because I know he see me. You know what I'm saying?
He see you.
And so I'm always trying to make him happy.
Yeah.
For sure.
I said that the other day. I said, man, you need something to keep you going when you really ain't got nothing left to give.
Oh yeah.
You need something to somebody.
Oh yeah, he always the motor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you man, how was it growing up for you though? Right? I know I talked to your sister about it, like how it was her being raised, but like for you personally, how was it for you?
Well, I was the baby, so I was the little spoiled runt, man. They couldn't do no wrong.
Yeah.
The only person that punished me in the house was my daddy.
Yeah.
Because my mom, she was always, she'll give me a slap or two upside the head whenever I got out of line. I raised my voice or something. But other than that, it was the pops. He had to keep me humble. But I was a mama's boy.
Yeah.
But now you'll probably say that I don't know. You'll probably say I'm both now.
Yeah.
But pretty much, man, my coming up was, spoiled. Got to do what I want.
Yeah.
I went, whenever I wanted to go out with my friends or something, I asked and I got to, spend the night over a friend's house and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Pretty
had much that freedom. Yeah, because I'm the baby too, bro. I was spoiled too, bro. Kind of had my way.
I ain't gonna lie.
Know what I'm saying?
I was free running.
For sure. And you know what? Very similar stories with us too, bro, because my dad, been working for himself for 35, 40 years, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think that entrepreneurship spirit is just in my bloodline, right? Yeah. My sister worked for herself. I work for myself. You know what I'm saying? My other sisters are creative. So, like, do you feel like your parents owning their own company for 30 plus years?
Man.
Your sister's an entrepreneur. You're an entrepreneur. Like, do you feel like that's just in your bloodline? Like, and then seeing your parents get up every day, building their own brand kind of inspired you also to build your own stuff?
It definitely helped a lot of saying I can do it.
Yeah.
They doing
You saw it every day?
Yeah, I saw it every day.
Did you ever go help out in the office and stuff?
Man, I had to most of the time. I hated it.
Because it was taxes. I know that was boring,
man.
I know that was terrible.
Man, sitting at the insurance office.
Oh, man, insurance. That's what it was. Excuse me.
Sitting, filling out forms and stuff and calling people. I didn't want to talk on the phone to random people I don't know.
Yeah. But like, how do those things they had you doing back then, how does that help you now, though, as an entrepreneur?
Oh man, you
feel
gotta
like
work.
Yeah.
If you want to eat, you
Yeah.
gotta work.
Yeah.
I hear that in my dad's voice right
all the
now.
time. Still to this day. 100%. We hated it back then, but it embedded something deep in us though.
Yes,
100%.
definitely. If I want to do what I want to do, I gotta work.
So today, young Chad, bro, right? And
Mhm.
I want you to think about something. I want you to be thinking about, what we call food for thought as we get ready to wrap it up.
Yeah.
To that young Chad, right? Or to that young entrepreneur that want to build a food brand, want to build any brand,
Yeah.
want to do something with their life.
Right.
What piece of solid advice would you give them that you wish you may have would have had when you were younger? What was something you really want to tell them? If you could say anything, like to just really wrap it up, food for thought, perfect segment for you. What is it? What would you tell them?
Jump. If you got something going and it's really out there and people loving your product, whatever it is, if it's food, hair, shoes, design, if you scared and you doing corporate world, man, from my advice, I would work hard corporate world until it's time, and you'll know when it's time.
You'll know when it's time to leave.
Oh yeah,
100%.
I knew when it was time, but I just didn't want to. And then I just got pushed out there.
Yep.
So man, I would say jump. And if you love doing what you do, man, find that passion, what you love doing, do it.
Yep.
Do it.
Yep.
Definitely.
Yep. And last but not least, man, what can we expect coming up, going forward for the Smackies brand? Like, we got some exciting things coming up in the works, some things that you got coming. Like, what are some of those goals that are still on that 5-year plan that you haven't even been able to get to yet, or that you're working on?
So
if you can share.
Yeah, I can share. Gonna have my own place, own building.
Amazing.
It's gonna be my first catering hub, which is the first startup of the first within the 5 years. So I'm gonna have my own catering hub in Central Arkansas.
Tell us about what that is a little bit.
So basically, that's like my own kitchen, and I'm gonna be able to pull up and have vans, buses, whatever, and go take food to different venues whenever we got stuff like different weddings, multiple weddings,
so multiple things going on in a day. We can be able to. We gotta have the capacity to handle it.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's dope.
Yes, sir. That's gonna be the first startup. That's gonna be coming soon.
Yeah.
Just got approved for it.
Yeah.
So
that's amazing, bro.
Oh, yeah,
happy
sure.
for you, dog. For sure. That's hard. That's hard.
And we plan on. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. We plan on doing one in Northwest Arkansas and one in South Arkansas. So I can basically be all part of Arkansas and sew it up for the
100%. 100%. That's amazing, man.
Oh yeah,
that's amazing, man. But just tell the people real quick, where can they find you if they want to get in contact with you and do business with you? What's the best way to go about that? And man, just give them the best, the plug.
You can find me on Smackies on Instagram.
Yep.
_ or you can find me at Chef Smackies Instagram, TikTok, Twitter.
Yeah.
Chef Smackies on all platforms, pretty much.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely, man. And they want to do business with you. What's the best way to go about that?
Basically, seeing the same all platforms, and then you'll see my link tree up under there. I have a toast link. You can do requests for catering, meal prep. Go to my website, anything. Pretty much do teaching eats. We go to people's house and teach them how to cook food while drinking wine. We also do charcuterie. We do everything, man. I mean, we go to the house, set up, we travel. We go to Dallas. We go to Houston, Miami. We've been all over.
Absolutely, man. I love it, man. I love it, bro. Man, I think me and you could talk all day, bro. As you know, so we had some very powerful conversations. And I think this is just a part one. Just to let the people just know who you are for the ones that don't know, because a lot of them they don't know, they are going to know.
Right.
And yeah, man. Do you got any final thoughts, man? Anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Man, I love what you're doing, brother. Keep doing it. It influences me. Also on your page, man. I think I use your voice probably once or twice on some of my reels or whatever.
I appreciate it, man.
But it's definitely spoken words, and it's stuff that people need to hear, man. Motivation. It's not just Deion Sanders out there. It's people like Will Tidwell out
100%,
there.
100%. I'm gonna be bigger than Deion.
Exactly.
Yeah, you see, I got my glasses on.
Exactly.
No, man. Let's go over. But yeah, that's dope though. That's dope though, man. Bro, again, I just appreciate you coming through, bro. Blessing the people, man. Adding value to them. This is the first of many, man. But just be sure y'all tap in, man. Follow my go on all social media platforms. We're gonna put the links in the bio, and in the description, man. But until next time, man. Let's SpeakUPZee the podcast. I love y'all. Peace. That was good, brother.